Yo, what is going on, boys? Welcome back. It is MMA Jack, and today we are breaking down the UFC 315 main card. Thank you for the support on the last video. We did pretty well. We went 4-2 on the main card. Also gave you that juicy RDR money line, so hopefully you guys hit that. RIP Bot Nickel. Please like, comment, subscribe if you enjoy the content. It's free to you, and it helps me out a ton. It pushes me out into the algorithm, and I really appreciate all the support we've gotten so far with that. Main card here is a little bit busted, and I'm really pissed about them taking Burns and Morales off of it and putting that onto a fight night, because I think that would have, saved this card. It was teetering like, it's kind of a mid card right now, but it's not terrible. And then they put that on a random Apex fight night with, shitty fights again that no one wants to watch. So UFC's pissing me off right now, but we're still going to do this video for you guys, and, hopefully they announce the main event of 317 soon. I'm kind of getting pissed about that. Let me know in the comments what you guys think it's going to be. I personally think it's going to be Ilya versus Islam, but I guess we'll see what happens with this fight. So kicking off the main card, we got Benoit Saint-Denis versus Kyle Prepolec. It was supposed to be Benoit Saint-Denis versus Joel Alvarez, but he pulled out due to injury, which I think is a blessing in disguise for BSD personally, because I was going to pick Alvarez to TKO him. But now I'm going to flip, and I'm going to pick BSD to TKO Kyle Prepolec, who is stepping in on short notice. He's been on the regional scene for his last couple fights in the Canadian region. He had a short UFC stint, which did not go very well. He lost to Austin Hubbard, who is just a bum, and Nordine Talib, who I don't even know who that is, and that was back in 2019. He is on a 3-fight win streak right now, but obviously we're going to go with Benoit here. I don't think anyone in their right mind would pick Kyle Prepolec. This seems like a slaughtering more than a fight, but it'll be entertaining. So who knows, maybe he'll blow the roof off of the Canadian arena and win this, but I mean, come on, he's coming off fighting Poirier, Moicano. He put a Matt Frevola to sleep. Thiago Moises choked out Bonfim in round 1. He's a beast, and he might not be a future champion, but Benoit is definitely someone you do not want to play with. So I think the pretty clear pick here is going to be Benoit Saint-Denis by finish, probably in round 1. Next fight, we got the former champ Alexa Grasso taking on the rising contender Natalia Silva. And when I first looked at this fight, I was like, you know what? I'm pretty sure Alexa Grasso is going to get this done. But after some reflecting on Natalia Silva's last couple fights, I think she's going to get this in the bag, and I kind of understand why the odds are where they are. Because at first I thought it was crazy. I was like, she submitted Valentina. She's had 3 fights with her, and Valentina's no joke. I mean, she's one of the best women's fighters in the history of the UFC, but I'm looking here at Natalia's stats, and she's a really peppy striker. I remember from watching all of her fights. She totally outstruck Andrade, over double the strikes that Andrade landed. And Andrade is one of those girls where she's like one of the few women in the UFC who could actually just sleep you at any moment. And she is older now, granted, but still pretty impressive performance against her. And she's like a pippy karate striker. Like, those girls who like will jump back and forth, and every time they throw, they're like, ah. Like, that's what she is, but she's actually really clean. She also has 91% takedown defense. And that's why I'm going to lean with her here, because I don't really see a way for Alexa to win besides taking her down and submitting her. Or maybe she could lay on top of her for 3 rounds, but I don't know, man. I don't really see it happening here. Natalia Silva is way better on the feet. Grasso, she has power in her hands, don't get me wrong. She's a good boxer, but I think Natalia is going to be too quick. I think the takedown defense will hold up. 91% is very impressive, especially for her UFC resume. She's literally on like an 11-fight win streak right now. So I'm going to stick with the younger, more surging prospect than Natalia Silva on this one. Next up, what the fuck? All right, there we go. Next up, we got, I hope you guys like that joke. We got Jose Aldo and Ayman Zahabi. Ayman Zahabi, Ariel Helwani, Canadian bum. I'm just kidding. He's not a bum. He's the brother of the famed Firas Zahabi, who coached GSP. So that's pretty cool, but that's all he's got coming into this fight, man. I think Jose Aldo's going to beat the shit out of him. I was watching Aldo rip those kicks on Embedded episode 1, and I was like, all right, bro, it's a lock. People forget, man. Aldo's a fucking beast. And Ayman Zahabi went to decision with Ricky Turcios. So, I think that's all I really need to say for this fight. They're about the same age, too. You know, it'd be one thing if Aldo was like 40 and Zahabi's like 28. It's like, okay, you know, that plays a big factor. But Zahabi's like 37, I think. And I don't really see finishing potential in him against Aldo. I mean, Aldo's got an incredible chin, incredible takedown defense. He's the only one who's stuffed like all of Merab's takedowns. And he's just miles better on the feet. So I think you're actually getting good value on Aldo here at minus 225. I think a little bit later in his career, like, you could get some value betting against Aldo. But I really don't see any way for Zahabi to win here. So give me Jose Aldo by decision. Co-main event time, we got a title fight here in the flyweight division. The Queen, Valentina Shevchenko, takes on another contender in Manon Fiorot, who, when I first heard about this fight, I was leaning towards her to win. But now I'm actually seeing a lot of value in Valentina Shevchenko. She's a seasoned vet. I mean, we don't really have to introduce her. She has, I don't even know how many title defenses she has, but she has a lot. She can finish the fight in any way. She can submit you. She can TKO you or take it to a decision. Her wins are equally split between those three. And I just see a lot of value in her because Manon Fiorot is good. Don't get me wrong. She was able to shut down Blanchfield's takedowns. And she's a good striker, but I still think Valentina is the better striker. And Manon is 35 as well. And this kind of plays into the theory I was talking about before with Aldo and Zahabi. It's not like she's super young, you know. That is a huge advantage, and that is something that I heavily consider when predicting fights, but they're relatively the same age. But Valentina has miles more 5-round experience and title fight experience. So I think if this goes into the deeper waters, which it definitely will since it's a women's fight and there's very low finishing potential, I think Valentina can capitalize on that. I think she's the better kickboxer by slight. Like, just by a slight amount. They're both very good strikers, but I think Valentina is favored in the grappling as well. I think if she takes her down, she can do exactly what she did to Grasso in that third fight. And it might be boring. There's actually a very high potential this fight could be very boring. But I think Valentina's going to get it done. I don't think it's her time to get rid of the belt yet. So give me the value on the underdog, Valentina Shevchenko. Main event time, and this might surprise some of you, but I think I'm going to pick JDM. And it's kind of surprising to me too, because when this fight first got announced, I was Belal all the way. I was like, Belal's going to dominate him in the wrestling. He's going to do what he does to everybody. Pressure boxing into wrestling, repeat, rinse, decision win. But after hearing some other takes and kind of looking into it myself, I think JDM can get this done. And the main reason I think he can get this done is if we look at the Leon fight. Now, first of all, I rewatched the Leon fight. It's closer than people make it out to be. And I think the reason that people were on the Glaze train of saying, like, oh my God, Belal dominated Leon, was because Belal was so unfavored to win that fight before the fight happened. Like, everyone was like, bro, no way Belal wins this. So I rewatched that fight. Leon landed some great shots on Belal. He had him hurt multiple times. He struggled in the wrestling, yes, but I don't think JDM will do that. And a lot of people will point to the Burns fight and say, well, he got taken down by Burns multiple times, which he did. But also, let's not forget, JDM broke his hand on a kick, blocking a kick from Gilbert Burns in the first round. Or sorry, not even his hand, his arm. They released the x-ray scans after the fight, so he had a broken arm and still was never really in serious danger against Gilbert Burns. And he was also piecing him up the entire time. Like, people play that fight up like JDM just kind of like barely squeaked out a, fluke KO at the end. But he was piecing Burns up the entire time and stayed out of danger when he got taken down. And Gilbert Burns is very dangerous on the ground, as we know. Also, that Randy Brown one, underrated as fuck, and it's looking better every single time Randy Brown fights. I mean, Randy Brown's insanely good. And JDM dropped him and finished him with a rear naked choke within 2 minutes of that fight. Also pieced up Kevin Holland. I don't know, man. I feel like the big difference here is it's going to look very similar to the Leon fight, but JDM isn't a bitch. Like, Leon's, like, just quits. And we saw that prime example, the Sean Brady fight. He just quits whenever there's adversity. And I don't think JDM's going to quit, man. He's on a 17-fight win streak, and he's got devious boxing, bro. He has some of the most disgusting boxing combinations I've seen recently in UFC history. And I think he's got the power to put Belal out, man. Belal's getting up there in age. He's almost 37. JDM's a lot younger. He's like 28, 17-fight win streak. He's got the hands to put him out. He's got pretty good kicks, too. I'm not sleeping on Belal's hands. Belal did look a lot better on the feet, but I think JDM outclasses him on the feet all day. And I'm not saying he won't get taken down. I definitely think JDM will get taken down, but every time he does, he's really good at getting back to his base immediately and working his way up. And I don't think Leon did the best job at that against Belal. And I think if JDM, which I trust that he will, watches that fight and improves on what Leon couldn't do, especially because he's working with Craig Jones as well for that submission defense and the takedown defense, I think he's going to get it done. Not a super confident pick by me, but something's just telling me that JDM's going to put him to sleep. So give me JDM by KO, TKO. Let's ride. If you guys enjoyed this video, please like, comment, subscribe. Like I said, it means the world to me. It helps me out a lot. And let me know what you guys think in the comments. I love going back and forth. You guys disagree with me, let's argue about it. Let's have some fun. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Really appreciate it. We'd love to have you stay around. And I hope you guys enjoy the fights this weekend. And love you guys. And that's about it from me. We'll see you on the next fight week.